Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Thoughts in the Round Table. I'm Jacob.
I'm fierce.
In case you guys, before we start the episode, we'll just give a little meme here. We've been gone on vacation for the last 2 weeks. I went the first week,
I went second.
so our upload schedule has been a little janky.
Whack, as the kids say.
We've been trying our best, but it clearly didn't work.
We've been trying our best in like a really loose term of the word best, you know?
Yeah,
Like we had a plan. It was a good plan.
it would have worked out.
It would have worked out, you know? A lot of footage got corrupted.
Yeah,
More than I am proud to admit, to be honest. I think also one of our best podcasts, completely trashed.
yeah,
Oh well,
it sucks.
what are you gonna do? They
Sucks.
didn't tell you that part when you went into this industry.
We're not in the industry.
You know, when we went into this industry about 25, 30 years ago, they said that everything would work out just peachy, just dandy, just fine. And in fact, if I may say so, it's the complete opposite.
I don't know what he's just saying, but just as a general rule of thumb, something can go wrong, it will for us.
And a little personal shout out here to Adobe. You know, the people at like Adobe, they charge an arm of a leg for their bullshit products.
It's arm and a leg.
What did I say?
Arm of a leg.
They charge. You know, picture like a sturdy calf, right? like the calf of a wild animal, perhaps a moose or a caribou. It's long and big and chunky and maybe even a little muscly, and it just sprouted out 2 big man arms. And that's what they charge. You're never gonna get that. How are you supposed to obtain that?
I don't know how we've got so off topic in the intro.
No, okay, but what I was saying before I messed up my analogy, and honestly, frankly made it better, but the products that they sell suck, right?
Premiere Pro has not been my friend recently.
No.
It took me like 3 tries to export The Invisible Man.
When was the last time that we edited a video, hit export, and it just worked?
Never.
I can't even remember. It was so long ago.
Alas, it has been a sweet second.
It's like at this point, I press export on the video and just like sit down to realize that it's not gonna work and that I'm gonna have to do it. Like I factor in the extra 3 attempts minimum that it's gonna take in my time. You know, like my mental clock.
Yeah.
On that note, though, Star Wars pretty cool.
Indeed. There have been some big news reports lately, and we decided, hey, let's talk about it. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of a really original concept covering Star Wars news. You know, like I figure we kind of were talking about it, and it's like we might be the first people to actually sit down and cover this type of content. So if you want more of this fresh and original stuff, leave it down in the. I guess there's no comments on podcast apps, but you know, tweet at us or go on the YouTube or something.
Yeah, or you know us, text us.
Yeah, I mean,
let's face it.
You know what you could do, right? If you're sitting at home listening and you're thinking, well, I know these guys. I'm one of the 3 people. You could make a fake Twitter account, right? Hear me out. Title it something crazy. Make it from like Uruguay or something. Tweet at us. Oh, that's my phone. Don't worry about that. Tweet at us and say, hey, man, great podcast. Make my day.
This is off topic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am in a mood.
I really want to start a burner Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Facebook. I think Facebook would be funnier because I just look at all the people I know. But like I don't have a Facebook. So I just send them mean things.
Yeah.
I think that would be funny.
Funny story here. Now that you mention that, I actually do have a burner Facebook. I'm not going to reveal the title of that Facebook in case anyone's listening.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
No, say it and we'll bleep it out.
Okay, it's it's now, my burner account has followed a lot of people, and most of the people he's followed, they just block him straight away. Because I made it kind of a creepy name. You guys didn't hear it. And I gave him no profile picture. and he's got one Facebook message. Actually, here, let me pull this up real quick. I got Oh, I put one Facebook message so people think that he's real.
We're really clickbaiting the Star Wars title so far.
Yeah. No, it's just I made my profile picture Carlos from Big Bang Theory, or not Big Bang Theory, from Big Time Rush.
Yeah.
My Facebook wall, if you see it on the camera, actually I'm not going to show it, but just imagine it's an old man holding 2 fish up to his eyes. And the only tweet, or the only Facebook update is thinking about Bob Evans' breakfast with the wife.
Well, that's perfect. And then I don't see a better transition other than... What do you think about the Bad Batch show?
You know, here's what I think about the Bad Batch show. Dude, fuck the Bad Batch. How many times have we said it on the pod?
A lot.
Go back, listen to our Clone Wars quickies when that was a thing. Those were glorious times.
Indeed.
But here's what I'm going to say seriously. I'm all for the Bad Batch show, 100% for it, as long as they kill Wrecker episode 1.
I agree. I was like really nervous when I thought it was just going to be like a prequel to the episodes they were in season 7. And I was like, this is going to be bad. But then now I learned it's after 66. And I'm like, I obviously I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
But out of all the Clone Wars characters you created, these are the guys you chose.
The only thing I think worse would be, now imagine this, grunge metal background, red font, the Martinez sisters.
I would watch it.
You would watch that?
No.
Dude, I think that might be where I draw the line.
It'd be worse than Resistance.
Ooh. Yeah.
Did you see it? Resistance was voted for an Emmy?
Dude, okay. I'm not going to dog on Resistance too much because it's just not made for us.
It's a children's show.
It's a children's show.
That's what it got a nomination for.
Well, then I respect it. I've not watched a single episode, but like, golly. I feel like, here's my only problem with Resistance, and taking this in mind, if you're a Star Wars fan clicking on this who loves Resistance and watches it every day, that'd be odd. But, why'd they choose an oil tanker?
I don't even know anything about it.
It's like, they're just on an oil tanker. It's not like the least Star Wars-y things you could do.
Gotta be, right?
Just in an ocean. On an oil tanker.
I think some of the people who wrote for Resistance are writing for Bad Batch, though. I know the Rebels writers are there.
Listen, here's the thing I'm going to say about Bad Batch, and I've said a lot of things. If they make it kiddish, I'm going to be a little upset.
Yeah.
I get that Star Wars is for kids primarily. I get that. I accept that. I applaud that. I love how there's shows like Rebels and Clone Wars that are a lot of the times pretty kiddish. This is what scares me about Bad Batch, right? Because they're put in a time that should be one of the darkest time periods ever.
Mm-hmm.
This show needs to be gritty.
It has if they really do something cool, they have a chance to make this gritty and like show the PTSD of clones and like have them struggle with like feeling purposeless like after the war and stuff, because that's what they were bred for. They have like a real shot to take a look at like the mental side of being a clone.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to.
I know. I swear if they pass that up and substitute it for Wrecker making a stupid joke and eating a chicken leg, I'm going to be just
You're going to laugh,
disappointed. I'm not going to laugh. This is not the time to do it.
No.
They could have made that show. Here's the thing. If they wanted to make that show like a kid's show, they should have put it before Order 66.
Right.
They cannot do it now. I think they've X'd it out because it's going to just feel disingenuous if it's goofy.
Sam Witwer, our Lord and Savior, did say that the animation is on par with season 7.
I'm a lot more excited now.
Yeah. he was talking about it in like one of his Twitch live streams.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's like seen a couple bits of it, and he says it's on par with season 7.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I do really love Echo.
I do too.
I love Echo, so I should. It's not gonna be my favorite show.
No.
But I think it can be a show I stand.
Will it be better than Rebels?
No. I don't think so either.
I'm starting. Okay. I have a little something I need to get off my chest.
Yeah.
Starting to come around on Rebels.
Dude, I am too.
Those last 2 seasons are awesome.
They are.
And they have its moments. Like, obviously, it's not every episode is perfect. And I'd probably, if I really wanted to look at this, I'd watch it again. But I'm not planning on that. But every time I get a recommendation to watch a clip on YouTube, you best believe I'm watching it. There's some really good moments.
Mm-hmm.
Maul's death, Kanan's death, the end, all Twilight of the Apprentice, all excellent.
Yeah. I don't know. There's been like a little bit of a Rebels renaissance here among the Star Wars community, where people are starting to like look at it. I think what's happening is people are taking it out of the view of the Clone Wars. You know, they're taking off their little figurative visors and looking at it as something different and not a direct sequel. And I think that's a lot better of a mindset, because when you look at it as something different, like this is a little bit made for kids, and that's fine, and that's okay. I think people can start to really appreciate some of its better qualities.
I also think now that we've got the Cal Kestis story, people are kind of like, okay, so we have what Rebels could have been in just a different way. So now we can kind of like Rebels for what it is.
I think you're right.
Our next show that we're going to talk about is the rumored Lando Calrissian Disney Plus series. I must say, out of all of the things that we're going to talk about today, this is the one I'm most excited about. I love Donald Glover. He was a great, great Lando. They're saying they're going to bring Kira back. She's very attractive. To see Han in it again would be great. Maybe they'll incorporate some Darth Maul stuff. That would be awesome. So, yeah, just to see like Smuggler's Adventures is going to be pretty cool. We kind of got a taste of it in Rebels, but to see it live action with Donald Glover.
I love the opening sentence there, Jacob. I think that sums up most people's feelings towards Kira after she did nothing in Solo.
People really like her though.
What did she do though? So, one, before I get into this tangent, I am 100% agree. I think that Donald Glover did like an unreal job with Lando. Like, I always say that I don't feel like, what was it, Ogred? I don't know his name.
I don't know.
Something with an A. I felt like he could not do Harrison Ford very well.
Right.
But boy, does Donald Glover knock it out of the park. So anything with him, I'm thrilled to see. And I do think all the cast was great in Solo. And I actually think that, what was her name? Amelia
Clark.
Amelia Clark. I think that, one, she's an unbelievable actress. She is really incredible in everything she's in. I think she plays Kira unbelievably as well. She does so good. However, she doesn't do much of anything except look hot.
Yeah, maybe she's different in the novelization. I haven't read it, couldn't tell you. But from what I can tell you, in the movie she doesn't play a huge part. By the way, I would like to, I don't know, maybe I haven't said it on the podcast. I used to be a big Solo hater.
Yeah.
I watched it again. It's pretty okay.
It's all right.
I really like Lando, obviously. The story's interesting, but the robot just drives me up a wall.
No.
Not funny.
No, she's funny.
You ready for this?
She's funny, Jacob.
Most annoying robot in Star Wars.
Oh, far chance. There are much more annoying ones.
Name one. I think that she is more annoying than Chopper even. Chopper gets on my nerves.
I know, Chopper makes you so mad.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone hate a droid as much as you hate Chopper, which is why you hate L3 more?
Yeah.
Than Chopper?
100%. Chopper doesn't say words. L3 only has annoying things come out of her mouth.
I love Chopper. I think Chopper is one of my all-time favorite droids. I like his little arms. I like his voice. I feel like, you know how R2 is just a series of beeps, but it's always, you can always tell what R2's thinking. R2 can be a little sassy, and that's what they were kind of going for with Chopper. But I really like how Chopper only has one emotion, no matter what time it is. It's just every time, every single time he wiggles his little arms. Why did droids? What did those arms do?
I don't know.
First off, one big issue with Chopper in this whole thing, his little tiny arms, adorable little things. But it's like BB-8's thumbs up lighter. It's like they're obviously just in there to like give expression to the droids. But like, what tactical purpose could that serve on a droid?
I do not know.
Those arms are tiny, dude. What do you think he's gonna get an Allen wrench with those arms?
I think maybe they are wrenches for when they're fixing ships. Which brings us to our last topic.
Oh my gosh, what a segue.
Star Wars Squadrons.
What a dope-ass game.
I am excited for it.
I think I might lose myself in Star Wars Squadrons.
There is a 100% chance I will.
The ability to just, like, completely immerse yourself is fascinating to me. I don't think there's any game ever that's come out that is going to give you the level of immersion that you could get with this game. Like, if you put on VR and get a flight stick and go into an online match with full control of, like, your thrusters, your power supply, that would be an unbelievable gaming experience. I don't think I'm going to do it, because that's a lot of money. But, like, the ability to do it is unreal. Unreal.
Yeah, so I would think that hold on, let me restart this sentence. I do think that this is going to be the best at-home experience. If the VR is good, that we'll have, Star Wars-wise. Because the only other one that they really have, Vader Immortal.
Yeah.
Nothing's like flying a ship.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if they introduce this to the Void, which we've talked about on another podcast, they do have a Star Wars Secrets of the Empire thing that you like run and stuff. And
that would be dope.
I think we should go do it. That's beside the point. VR in Star Wars, I think, could really be a future if Squadrons works out. If it does not, we can kind of wave goodbye to it.
Yeah. I think Star Wars Squadrons is a far more important game than anyone's giving it credit for. In, like, the wake of Star Wars online multiplayer. One, like you said, with the VR. It's got potential to make VR mainstream for games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if Star Wars Squadrons does well, not just for Star Wars, but every other game is going to be like, we've got to do this, we've got to innovate, we got to give a VR capability. And it could actually spawn the VR revolution, which will eventually take over gaming.
Right.
Right? There is a 0% chance that in the future, games aren't going to be entirely VR.
And almost entirely first person, like they're trying to do with this one.
Mm-hmm. Which is a future that I'm scared of, to be honest. But that's just because I'm afraid of change. I'm sure the people who were playing the NES would be scared of a future where we're at now with games. But I also think that this game is important for Star Wars games in general. Because EA, listen. EA's had a lot of bad calls with the Star Wars license. An embarrassing amount of bad calls. Like, is there a franchise more suited to video games?
No.
How is it possible to mess up that many times?
I do not know.
If you're a game company, right? If you're EA, and you're handed this literal gold mine, Lucasfilm comes to you and says, hey, here's a way to make infinite money for the foreseeable future. Just make our games. Would you not be like, all right, we're putting our best guys on this? They're still putting their best people on Battlefront or Battlefield, like their Battlefield titles. I'm sorry, Battlefield does not have the appeal that Star Wars games do.
Right.
How is it possible that we've messed up this many times on Star Wars games? I think Squadrons might be a last hope for online Star Wars games.
Yeah, I 100% agree. But before we get off, I said this was our last segment. I lied. I pulled up a little chart here of the upcoming for sure projects. So the first one is Mandal. I want you to give how excited you are on a scale of 1 to 10, and then I'll give mine. Mandalorian Season 2.
5.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm at about a 7. Comes
Okay.
out October 2020.
I'm excited. It's good. It'll be good. I know it'll be good. You know, it's almost like those things when you're like, you know it's going to be super good, but you also know that it's not like a mainstream movie. So you're just kind of like, I'm content, but I'm also like not stressing about it.
Okay, our next one is Bad Batch, which we've already talked about.
Mm-hmm.
What would your excited level be?
1 out of 10? 4.
I'd give it a 2. I'm
Okay.
really worried about it. The Cassian Andor Disney Plus series.
About a 0.
I'm at about a 1.
Okay.
I love Rogue One. It's
I do
literally
too.
probably my 3rd favorite Star Wars movie. Out of all the people in that movie to make one about, I'd rather have a Jin one.
I think Jen had a pretty cool eye.
Yeah.
Maybe Cassian did too. I guess we'll find out.
I
My
don't
only
know.
thing is like, who asked for it?
No one. The only person I'd want to see more of, and I'm really hoping they'll be in there, is K2SO.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And I'm sure they will. So
That's good.
I need a K2SO.
I guess that'll bump mine up to 1.
Yeah. Obi-Wan series.
9.
I'm at about an 8. It's coming out in 2022, though.
I know it's too far for me to really love it yet, but I've always said that that's all I want in a Star Wars live action is Kenobi, and so I'm thrilled.
Okay, and then our next 3, we have 3 Star Wars untitled films, which are a trilogy. 2023, 2025, 2027.
I can't give it. I'm gonna give 2 answers. If they say it's Old Republic, 10. If they say it's any other time period, 2. I'm gonna be honest. That's like the most basic thing you can say right now. It's like, I want Old Republic. I'm gonna say something a tad controversial. I don't care about forging any more new eras. I think we've spanned a crazy amount of time when you take into account the Old Republic as a, I guess what would you say? Like if you claim the Old Republic in your own head canon like I do right now, Star Wars is large project.
Mhm.
I don't really care about going out into the future anymore or the years of peace that follow the Old Republic.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I just
really want it to be an Old Republic. And if it is Old Republic, I'm hoping they make another 9 movies
yeah.
and then branch off with Disney Plus series and books, and they do it correctly
Mm-hmm.
with space in between so we can get stuff like The Mandalorian, Rogue One, Solo, stuff like that. I want time in between my movies so you can world build.
Yeah.
Don't do what you did to the sequels, which, by the way, I do like.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
They get a lot of hate just because whatever, because Disney did it, I feel like.
I think some of the hate is very deserved.
Well, I'm not saying, yeah, it definitely is.
I think that there's a lot of flaws in those movies. Just like there are a ton of flaws in the prequels. Like, I feel like here's a thing that I see a lot on Instagram is we get a lot of people who are like, sequel bad, prequel good. No. You gotta be careful when you're talking about Star Wars. You gotta be careful not to let your bias show unless you say it's bias. Because no one can tell me that the prequels are better movies cinematically than the sequels. It's way far apart. The prequels are, and always will be, a bag of dog shit.
Yeah.
It might be the most beautiful bag of dog shit I've ever seen.
Clone Wars is good.
Yeah.
Prequels on the other hand,
Even the best one, Revenge of the Sith, which let me say is my favorite Star Wars movie, isn't good.
no. Cinematically, it's awful.
It's pretty bad.
Dialogue is bad.
Yeah, no, it is. So, unless you say, I'll be honest, I love the prequels. Biased completely. It's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
But anyone who says, like, the sequel bad crap, and because they're like listing off all these reasons, they're like, well, I just think that Rey's a pretty shallow character and thin. Fine. I mostly agree with you. There are a lot of things that are wrong. Do not say the prequels are good movies, then.
Right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen,
Do we not have books?
I don't have a list of them.
Oh, well, I guess we should just say our book thing, though, because
What do you mean?
how excited... We should just be like 1 to 10 High Republic.
Okay, yeah, the new High Republic book.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, one more we're going to talk about. I'm just pulling it up on Amazon here real quick, like. The High Republic book. What do you think?
Well, it is new content. It's closer to Old Republic. I don't know if they... I'm worried about it.
Me too.
I'm worried. They picked the most peaceful time in all of Star Wars history. Here's my thing. I don't know how you title it Star Wars, and it be during the time of the Rusan Reformation when there's no war. Like, maybe rename it to Star Battles.
Here's my big problem, I think. I don't think this is even an unpopular opinion. I like Luke. I like young Anakin. Not young Anakin, but like,
Yeah.
Clone Wars Anakin. I like Qui-Gon. I like Obi-Wan. Jedi aren't the interesting part of Star Wars.
Nope.
I want Sith. I mean, the Jedi are fine, but the whole drive of the Sith, like this whole, you get tempted into it, and then you become this powerful being. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want. I don't want a bunch of lollygagging because the Jedi are happy.
Now, I will say it would be cool if we focused on the Sith behind the scenes.
Yeah, I would be cool with that.
That'd be dope.
If one of the books is all about Darth Plagueis trying to build his life, I'm all in.
That's dope. I think so. I know your whole thing is you just explained it. Honestly, if it were up to me, I don't think the Jedi or the Sith are that interesting. Frankly, I think they're very cool. But for me, the backbone of Star Wars and what I enjoy about Star Wars is the factions. And that would be... it's no secret. We've said it multiple times on this podcast. Big medieval guy.
Yeah.
Right? I like people bickering. I like big houses bickering. I like countries at war with each other over politics. Makes me happy. I really like it. It's why I like Star Wars so much. Even, you got your ragtag boys versus tyrannical empire. I think if we took Vader and we took Luke and just chucked him out and we were left with a Rogue One type movie, I'd be perfectly happy with the whole series.
Yep.
Not as happy as I am, obviously. I love the Jedi and the Sith, and I love their dynamic. But what worries me most about High Republic is putting ourselves in a world where literally no factions exist except the Republic. No enemy to the state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Jedi are peacekeepers. But here's the thing. Why are the prequels interesting?
Struggle. Because the Jedi are falling.
Yeah. Because the Jedi are peacekeepers, but they're forced to be military generals. It's putting the Jedi in an uncomfortable position that challenges their morals, and so you can see the side of the Sith, where you're like, well, the Jedi have committed various acts against the Geneva Convention, right? Like, they're not necessarily all great guys.
Right.
And we see some of the flaws in the Order. What concerns me is that in a time when there's no factions and when there's no fighting and the Jedi are doing their jobs as peacekeepers, where's the intrigue?
I don't think there really is one.
Like, Luke was interesting because he didn't even know Jedi were supposed to be peacekeepers. He was a lone Jedi, a person of a fallen order, trying to just take, he was a warrior once again. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not feeling great about it. I give it a 2 out of 10.
I give it probably a 3 out of 10. I'm excited.
It's a
to
book,
see
so
where
I
it
think
goes.
I can get a little into it.
Yeah. Right, everybody.
Okay, let's
I'll bring it back.
okay.
Okay, so I think what's something that's funny that just happened, kind of, call back to the episode's beginning when we kind of ranted about how if something could go wrong, it would. Just checked our footage when we reset our cameras and Jacobs was not recording.
Peace.
He's back. But yeah, so I think that's going to kind of end it for our podcast about Star Wars news. That's kind of coming out that interests us.
Yeah, I think we like Star Wars a lot, and whether you guys like it or not, we're going to continue talking about it.
Yeah. If you guys do like Star Wars, though, please hit us up. Talk to us about it. Because, I was thinking about running a quick poll kind of on our Instagram story. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. And I wanted to do a hype rating for all the things we talked about in today's episode to see where the 1 to 10 thing on where you guys are at with this new kind of stuff versus where we were at, and see if we're a little off base on a couple things.
Yeah, we like when you guys let us know what you think and tell us how bad our ideas are, even though it's demoralizing as a human.
Yeah,
What are you going to do?
it's nothing new. People yelling at me, saying, "You're stupid, Pierce. Get a life, get a job, work out more.
Quit eating
really
pizza
fat."
rolls.
What?
Quit eating pizza rolls.
Quit eating pizza rolls, Pierce. It's not good for you. Shut up, everyone, please. I'll eat as many as I fucking want.
And with that,
All right, everybody. This has been a little all over the place.
yeah.
If you've sat with us so far, how about you head down to the description, and there's going to be a couple of things for you to do down there. Consider this maybe a tad bit of a quest, right? Enter the description. Click on our link tree. Here's where it gets complicated. Click on every single one of those links. Subscribe or follow.
Rate us on Apple Podcasts.
Please rate us, dog.
We appreciate it. Have a good one.
I just slapped my chest. I'll see you guys next time. And remember, stay monkey.